for the answers, and you'll find what you've got. When you grow up, you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers, and you'll find what you've got.
I can't say enough good things about this mug set. I love it. Use it for coffee, tea. Might look to get some more. I don't know. Eventually, I don't need them. But today's going to be a sourdough baking day because, well, I won't be baking it today. I'll be getting it prepared for tomorrow because it takes like 24 hours. But I love how I was like, no one eats the sourdough but me these days. Well, everyone started eating it, and my freezer bag is, after today, completely empty. I kind of cut this one weird, didn't I? We'll see how it does in the toaster and the little heel. But yeah, I'm going to be baking sourdough to refill my bag for the freezer. It'll work out good tomorrow because tomorrow we're going to be able to enjoy fresh sourdough, like straight from the oven. Then we'll freeze the rest of it. So I might have a bit of a baking day today because it is nasty out. Florence was supposed to go to her musical rehearsal. She was supposed to go from like 10 to 4:30 today, like all day long. It got canceled, so she's home. It's really snowy and windy, so I don't think we'll be going anywhere. So I might just bake. I really didn't prepare for a storm. I didn't buy groceries and stuff, but I have like baking supplies for days and days. So we'll maybe do a bit of baking today. And I want to just do cozy things, but I also kind of want to organize Alex's closet. His is the easiest, so I feel like that will give me momentum to keep going for the rest of the week. But anyways, happy Saturday, guys. I hope your guys' Saturday is well. Yeah, we're having a cozy snow day in, and I'm excited about it. What are you doing? Are you nesting?
Yeah, it's gonna be a long weekend, storm stage probably.
I love it. I love it. Update on the weather. Still coming down.
If you want to pick what you want for your...
Everything's looking good, Trevor. I'm currently cleaning the bathroom. So I am going to get a hook for these though, Trev.
So is there...
My aprons. I just washed this one.
So you want to keep them all then, no matter...
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes, I'm keeping all of them. But I'm going to get a hook, so they're not actually going to...
Okay.
They won't be, but I need to get the hook.
Yeah.
Sourdough starter starting to rise. Hopefully it rises in good time today. It's pretty strong, so I can start baking. But yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 aprons total. Clouds here. Man, it's so bad out, eh? If you've been around a while, you've definitely seen this shirt before. But this is my hair when I take it out of the braids before I kind of brush my fingers through it. This is exactly what it looks like after I sleep on it with wet. Kind of cute. And then sometimes what I'll do is, actually it's really pretty. Sometimes what I'll do is, I'll take it down and then I'll put it just in a braid, a normal braid, and it kind of I don't know what it does, but anyways, it hasn't, it is storming really bad out, but I have not had a relaxing day like I kind of thought I would. We ended up doing a lot of cleaning, Trevor and I. Trevor did the whole kitchen. This whole kitchen is organized and just lovely. We made a big brunch. Trevor did hash browns, chicken wings, and then I made pancakes and what else? Oh, I cleaned the bathroom, gave it a good cleaning. Alex and I got his closet done. So we did a lot. It's only, well, it's 2:12. I was like, it's only noon. It's 2:12. But yeah, we've been busy. So it's good. We're getting a lot of things done. Once my starter is a little bit more, it's almost ready to use, I'm going to use this for the first time. But I'm going to do up a loaf of sourdough, and I think I'm gonna do up a batch of cookies, and very shortly it's gonna be time to relax and enjoy this snow day. But we got a lot done. I have a whole big bag of stuff of Alex's to donate, so all good things. I'm about to make my chocolate chip cookies. So I wanted to share with you the recipe in case you're new here. This is, I like to say it's my recipe because I've altered it, but I mean, it's probably not mine, but I did take a recipe and then alter it. So this is what I do. And yeah, so, oh, and also I add in, okay, milk chocolate chips. I also add in white chocolate chips. So I'll do half milk, half white chocolate chips because that seems to be what everyone's liking. So that's the recipe there if you want to screenshot it. And that's what I'm making.
Cut off our driveway. Oh dear. You going deep in? Oh.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
We're getting a lot of snow, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but a lot of snow has come down. Oh my gosh. Kind of see how high the snow is going. Pretty crappy out there. Pretty crappy. Oh. And stay cozy inside. That's the vibe for today. It's time to bake. My starter is good and bubbly and nice and active. So I'm going to try to do some bread. I am going to be doing bread, but I'm doing a different recipe. I love how I'm like, you guys stick the same recipe. I'm like, I'm going to do a different one. And not too different. Just this girl that I'm watching, she does her measurements just eyeballing it. She doesn't really measure, which is fascinating to me. So I'm going to try that. So anyways, that's, in case you see me not measuring, that's why. Well, I mean, I kind of measured the water, but she was kind of guesstimating too. So she doesn't measure. She literally dumps everything in a bowl. And I love that. So I'm going to try that too. Okay, you guys, I'm going to try the no measuring. Let's see how it goes. So I'm going to link this girl's channel down below. She literally, I don't know, I really like her, but she's like, you just don't measure, just plop it in. I'm like, okay, wow. That looks good. My starter, like, I don't mean to brag, but like my starter is really good. I just love my starter so much. It's so, I don't know, look at it floating around. So you just mix this up. My starter has never, except for like obviously in the beginning. You guys see me? Can't tell if you guys can see me. Anyway, in the beginning, it kind of stressed me out a little bit because I just wasn't patient, but I've never had issues with it. Okay, so you just, sourdough is literally mixing your starter with water and salt and flour, and that's all it is. So it's so easy, but yet it can be so complicated. And I'm really trying to like fall down the habit of not complicating things, like just like, you know. So this girl adds her salt after, but I like to add my salt in with the thing. She doesn't measure. Okay, we'll just do that much. I'm the queen of not measuring or anything like that, so this like is so appealing to me, but in the same time, kind of stressful. Like the whole recipe not measuring it, so she's like, you just dump in all your flour until you get a consistency that you like. So, and maybe it's because I'm visual, but I do that too. Like, not necessarily with this. This is my first time doing a whole recipe like this. My starter I've always kind of eyeballed, but like when it comes to cooking and like baking in general, a lot of the times I do eyeball it, and I think it's because I'm very visual. So to me, measurements, like, it just doesn't even, like, I don't know. It makes sense, but to me, like, I would rather go by what I see than what a book is telling me, you know what I mean? So she's like, just go by how it looks, and I just love that so much. So this is how it's looking. I don't like the way that looks. It's way too like runny. So she's like, just dump in what you need, and then I'm like, oh, I love that so much. I love that. I hope this turns out delicious because, gosh, that's so appealing. If we could just eyeball this, wow. I love that. Yeah, this is, I think, exactly what I want. Okay. So far, so good. So then you just, these dough hooks, like, I thought it was kind of gimmicky. I was like, do you really need it? You don't, but in the same sense, it's so nice to have. I use this all the time. I actually have 2 of them. I use them so much because there's always one being cleaned. I love it. I'm kind of going rogue now. She didn't say to do this, but this is what I like to do. I just like to incorporate everything with my hands. I feel like the more confidence you get with like baking and cooking, the more you're willing to just like kind of like go on your own path. I feel like maybe I actually might want a little bit more flour because it is craziness. I like to work with dough that's not as crazy. Yeah, I think this is gonna be good. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to not be measuring and see what happens. And so you can see this is what my dough looks like. Super shaggy and rough before it sits for a little bit. So yeah, see what happens. More plows going by, which is a good sign. It seems to be dying down a bit, but it's supposed to start back up tomorrow. Do the same thing and do it again Monday. So not sure how much snow we'll have at the end of all of this, but it'll be interesting to see. Trevor's gonna go out and shovel in a second. I still have my apron on because I'm about to do my stretch and folds, my first set of stretch and folds. Actually, it'll be my only stretch. I like to do coil folds. I can't really see out this window. Good luck to you out there.
Thanks.
Be safe.
Risking my life.
Well, honestly though, people do, like, they don't, people some, you know, anyways, I don't want to manifest nothing. Be safe. Be safe, Trevor. I don't know if you guys can see, but that is after 30 minutes of sitting. We're gonna stretch and fold it. So what I like to do, I take a spray bottle, I spray my hands, and I just kind of loosen the dough. Take it up, you stretch it, and fold it. Can you guys see? That's what I'm doing. I'm picking it up, stretching it, and folding. Now, I only do this once because I like to do coil folds, which I'll show you. To me, my bread turns out better when I do coil folds, but this, I believe, is working the gluten. Oh, I don't know when it's turning, but yeah. Okay. I wish you guys could see. My bowl's just a little bit too tall. Anyways, that's what I'm doing. Stretching and folding. I do a couple of them and then Then I do my coil folds. So you're just developing the stuff. I don't fully understand why we do what we do, but I do know that it's kind of crucial. So just do this a couple times. Sorry guys, my timer went off. But this is my dough after a couple of stretch and folds. So I'm going to let this sit covered for another 30 minutes. And then I'm going to do a coil fold, and I'll show you what that entails. Check on Trevor. Ooh, he did good. Hi, how's the weather?
It's nice. Very nice.
Wow. Take your picture. Smile. Now it's time to do the coil folds. I'll show you how I do that. This is the dough. Do my hands again. Our cookies are done. So what you're doing is you're picking up your dough like this and just folding it over, like over itself, if that makes sense. Like you're just, I don't know, I just find it easier. You scoop it up and then kind of fold it. You scoop it up. I know you can't see. Oh, let me try. You just, gosh, scoop it and fold it over on itself. Scoop it, fold it over. Anyway, trust me. I mean, I guess you could Google a coil fold, but like I'm just like, now it's all like getting taut and tight. That's what you want. You're just scooping it like this and then folding it over on itself. Scooping, folding it over. And that's what you do. So I'm gonna let this sit. That's what the dough looks like now. I'm gonna let that sit for another 30 minutes covered and do the same thing again. Update. Teenagers are crazy. I love it. It is clearing up a lot, but Florence asked if she could have a sleepover. I was like, I guess so, if they can get here. And guess what? They did. So now we're hosting a sleepover. So good thing I made those cookies. So we're, I don't know if you can hear them. It's a lot of Taylor Swift. I love it. I love sleepovers. I'm like trying to like show you my house. I'm like, look how good it looks. I love sleepovers at this age. When they were little, I hated sleepovers because I was like, I felt like I was just babysitting like all these kids, you know? But when they're older, it's just a different game. It's like a different ball game. You would swear we have a gambling addiction. So I feel like every time I'm on here, there's like slots in the background. We have been just really enjoying watching Vegas videos, and a lot of people show their, you know, what they're playing and stuff, so it's kind of fun. But yeah, it's starting to get a bit nicer out. It's supposed to get really bad though again tomorrow, so we may have a house full of teenagers for a few days. I don't know. Our plow's here again.
That's what you do the entryway.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. Oh, he's probably like, why does this girl film me every time I do their driveway? Because people on YouTube love it. No, I'm joking. Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. I did a few sets of the coil folds. So I switched the dough into this, and this is gonna let me know when it doubles. So basically when it gets to the 2-liter mark, then I know that it's done, and then I can put it in the fridge. So easy way to measure it. I love it.
Hello. How you doing?
Hi.
Good.
How are the roads?
That's a tough question to answer.
We got pizza for the girls. We found some new people to watch. Day 1 Vegas. This is what we love to do. Watch people's whole vacations. What?
We didn't tell you?
Alex is like, who's here? Her friends are here. Okay, we got meats. We got half pepperoni and pineapple. Garlic fingers. Let's see the garlic fingers. Guys, Alex is just about taller than me. Here, let's get Trevor to... My brain, I'm like, here's the pizza and let's see who's taller.
Is there no bacon pizza?
Don't cover the lens with your fingers. There's bacon on this one. Okay, so back to back.
Well, we might have a 1/4 of an inch at the most.
Me?
It's pretty even.
Okay.
I never knew they were here.
You didn't know.
Don't tell me.
I'm sorry, I forgot to tell
I thought
you.
we told you.
Alex hears voices. He's like, who's here? Okay, guys, we have just about doubled. It's hard to see from the... We're pretty well there. And it's doubled from the time you start, so it probably was already a little bit proofed before I put it in here. So I'm going to take it. I love this thing. I love it. Oh, it looks so good. Okay. So this is ready to go. I'm so excited. Okay, I'll show you what I do next. Okay, so take the dough out. I am so awkward trying to make sure I'm in frame and I'm probably just making it look so weird. Take all the... I think this is the first time I've ever had this perfectly, like, proofed. I'll spray the countertop a little bit. I should have done that before, but that's okay. Can you guys see? Yes, you guys can see. So I'm going to stretch this out. This looks so good. This might be my first perfectly proofed loaf ever. Oh my gosh! The one thing I can say about sourdough is just make sure you always stick with it. Oh my gosh. I think I always overproof my loaves. So right now I'm just, that's a big air bubble. Right now I'm just trying to build tension in the dough. So I'm like scooping. I don't know if you can see, but just like scooping. Kind of like the coil folds, but I'm just kind of like building tension. This is a big, big air bubble though. There. You don't want big, big ones like that. Okay. Sprinkle some flour on that. Make sure that it's nice and taut. I really think I nailed it. I really do. I'm gonna take it, put it in the basket. Sorry guys, my timer went off because I was setting timers for my dough and stuff. My timer went off. I didn't realize it stopped recording, but I just put the bread in the Banneton basket and I covered it and I'm gonna let it sit in the fridge overnight. Then I'm gonna bake it tomorrow. So I'll show you guys that when I bake it. But yeah, it was a good day. We got a lot done today, but we also like had a lot of chill time too. Like we watched a lot of videos and we relaxed, and I got to play my game and I talked with Mom, and I really gotta give my hands a good scrub. The sourdough like completely hardens. It's awful. I had just had my hands in the dough. But it's still snowing. I feel like it stopped for like an hour and it is back up and going. Wait till you guys see the snow tomorrow. It's even more than when I showed you guys. Like it is wild. But anyway, last night I had a dream about Dad. I've been meaning to tell you guys, but it's just I didn't feel like I had a chance to like sit down and actually talk to you guys today. But I had a dream about Dad last night. And it was kind of funny because, well, first of all, in my dream, like every time I dream about him, I feel like we're hugging. Like I just run and give him a hug and we're like, it's like I can physically feel the hug and I know I'm dreaming, but I feel it. Like it feels like a hug from my dad. It's my favorite thing. Anyway, so that's like the second or third time I've had a dream where we're hugging, but he also was like, he's so funny because in my dream he said, Jacqueline, make sure you tell everybody to be shutting their blinds or curtains. I don't remember if he said, I think he said curtains. Make sure you tell everyone to shut their curtains. And I was like, okay, I will. He's like, okay. And it's so funny that that's what he said to me because that's what Dad did. Like, Dad was always like, everyone like shut your blinds, shut your curtains. Like he never wanted anyone to see in, and he always had the curtain shut and Mom would always open them. He'd always shut them. She'd always open them. He'd always shut them. And he always was like, Mom, you gotta shut the curtains. When it gets dark out, you gotta be shutting the curtains. And that was like, literally like that was something he said all the time. And even whenever we first moved into this house, I'll never forget it. So I was pregnant with Alex, so Alex wasn't here yet, but Florence was 2, almost 3. She was 2. And she had her bedroom, but we didn't have curtains yet for her window, for her bedroom window. No, sorry. We had curtains for her bedroom window, but we didn't have the rod. The house came with like the things, all you had to do was hang a rod on it. Like they still had the things in the wall. So anyways, I was like, oh, that's not a big deal. I'll go out like tomorrow or whatever and get a rod for her room. Well, that was not good enough for my dad. My dad was like, she needs curtains tonight. He goes out into my yard. You guys know, like, we have big trees and stuff. Like, there's always branches down. He went out and he got the biggest branch and he took it in the house and put the curtains on the branch and stuck it on the... I should have took a picture of it and put it up so she would have curtains. And it's so funny. Oh my gosh, that's so him. That would always be him. And then I told Mom the message. I was like, Dad wanted me to tell you to keep your curtains shut. She's like, that's so funny that you say that because I have been forgetting to shut my curtains. And every time I go to open them in the morning, they're already opened. And I'm like, oh my gosh, your father would hate this that I forgot to shut the curtains. And she's like, I was literally just thinking that this morning, like, oh, I've been forgetting to shut my curtains. And then he comes into my dream and it's like, tell everyone to be shutting their curtains. Like, anyway, I love dreaming of him. Oh my gosh, I love dreaming of him. It's like for a split second, like you're still with him. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. So anyways, I'm going to end this video here because I still have to edit this whole thing and I have to go to bed. Because, yeah, I'm like really curious to see what the morning's gonna be like. I love going to bed. Do you guys love going to bed? Like, I love going to bed. I love going to sleep. Like, I love it so much. And I don't wake up tired. Like, I wake up and I'm ready to start the day. Like, I'm like in the kitchen baking and like, it's lovely. Like, it's just, I'm on a good schedule with sleep. So I'm just really happy about it. I can't wait to bake that bread. Not measuring is, if this tastes good, I will never like do it another way. Like, that was so fascinating to me to like not, like I had a little bit of idea because I was using like measuring cups to like dunk it in, but like, I wasn't measuring, you know what I mean? I was just going by consistency. So I'm really curious to see how that turns out. So stay tuned because I will show you guys and I'll be honest about how it is. But I had a good day. So it's very exciting to see the snow tomorrow. I cannot wait to see how much snow there actually is because it's like dark out now, so I can't really see. But I know there's a lot down. Anyways, if you're getting lots of snow where you are, I hope you guys are well and safe and you don't have to go out in it. And I just heard screaming. Do you ever end up with a house full of teenagers whenever there's a snowstorm? I don't know how this happened. I don't know. This is what I mean. We are the hangout house. I really wish down here would have been done. Oh well. That's okay. It's warm though, so we got that. Anyways, I'm getting chatty. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
You are the love. I can't show you how to start to find your way. I like the old fashioned